collected in a big mess here of two trains. Oh, one into the outside wall, and who's that? Oh, we're wrecking down a turn number two. One up on his side, as that is, I believe, the 20 that's up and on his side, and caution is out for the first time tonight. That was the 000 Occupinti that went up and on his roof in turn two. And what happened here, coming off of turn number 4? Oh, Gord got into one of those trucks to the outside, and that's what sent him spinning down and into the infield grass, and as a result, into pit road. And I believe Jamie Dunning also ended up. Mendez collected in this deal, as you see him get hooked up with Daniel Lewis. And we just talked about Allen in the 6 truck was having a good run. You see the 1 gets collected in a big way. The 21 kind of stacked up in there on top of all of that. So that was just jump back and get a look on what happened here to Dan Witt, as it was a bit of a, it was a block from Watchhorn. Yeah, a block from Watchhorn. That's what sent the 92 down to the inside. And I'm going to get a look on board if we can here with Daniel Witt here, because I cannot understate how impressive of a save this was as he ride on board the 92. Hang on, this is going to get wild. Working the wheel back and forth, keeping it out of traffic, up to the WL line, and just barely keeps it off the racing surface.
Wow. And look who was involved in that wreck right here. Look at the 6 of Raymond, Daniel Harding on the wall, 52 of Rapping on the wall. All good trucks. The 40, the 1 is involved again. I mean, but what about Daniel? I mean, he's been strong all day, so is the 52.
Look back this one, look at Raymond, he gets tagged on the block, and around goes the field as they wreck big time off of turn number 4.
Yeah, and if you think about Raymond, oh man, hard hits.
Yeah, the 90 of Hernandez with a wicked hit as well. Jump back, we got to look at this one. This is the 52 truck making entry to pit road, and he's going to lose the back end, and oh, he goes into the pit wall with the 52. And it wasn't the only one. Look at the 22 spinning out in the background of Joshua Jernigan. So a lot of trouble as trucks try to make their way down to the lane. Side by side with, is that lane? I think that is. And oh, contact with the 88 sent him hard into the barriers. Everywhere, trying to get down and into position. You saw the 21 right there. Somebody lost traction, and even the leaders all cleaned themselves out as one by one, everybody went around. Again, a lot that happened on this start here, so we're going to slow this down a bit, and as again, a chaotic restart to say the very least, as a whole host of trucks collected. Slagle, we saw a shoot to the infield as oh, look out! The 6 going around. Raymond spins it up the track, and caution is out. As checking on Dale Rapp here, was fighting out with John Walden Jr. Shoots for the inside of Jernigan. Oh, they both come together, and that's going to lead to a messy wreck up into the turn. Got a bit of a helping hand for the 7 of Mooing right in the background. Sends the 40 for a slide. Another little tag to straighten him up. Other than that, we escape unharmed. Ah, same as the others, loops it off of 4 on cold tires. Oh, this time though, he body slammed that inside wall. Coming down to the dog leg, hang on for this ride. Oh, just clipped it with the back end. And ho, 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 ho. Tell you what, that was a fine job to keep that truck out of the inside wall. Find a way through on Hernandez, and Thomas Lane Jr. contact as Bliskow's going to send the one around it. Christopher Howell into the outside wall. Caution's out for the first time today on lap 17. Yellow flag as Josh Berry had him owned off of turn number 4. Loops the back end around, gets a bit of help for the 51, goes for a 360 slide, and gets himself straightened up and back rolling. Chaos on the restart. It was a rear end from Hernandez to Hales. But that wasn't what caused the wreck. It was the 5 wall that pushed up. And oh my gosh, no kidding. The 90 of Hernandez tanked up into the outside barrier. 3 and 4. And I think he just washed up. Got tight off of turn 4. Great save, though, from English, though, to keep that truck pointed in the right direction. Although he has lost a boatload of time as a result of that one. Now he is down to pit road, and that's Setzer coming off of turn number 4, and he's hit the wall. He's lost that one all on his own, and Michael Mayu left with nowhere to go. And that's what punts the 43 truck around and into the infield. That was a heavy lick that he took into that outside wall. We'll ride on board 4 sets of tires as well as get some damage repaired. Oh, he's up into the wall, and he's going to be spinning around the front straightaway. Caution's out, a hard crash, and Slay goes up and over the 52, barrel rolling down the front straightaway.
Oh, man.
That's Dale Rapp, sorry. There's 2 trucks, the old 52 and the regular 52. That was Rapp that found himself up and over. Huge crash on the front straightaway, and that's going to end the nights of a lot of people. Trying to get down and get out of the way. It didn't look like he was loose.
No, right there.
Oh,
that's
yeah, he slammed the wall.
Yeah, I think that's what started it, and everybody was just trying to scramble at that point. Like I mentioned in turn 2 when I said I saw a truck, I wasn't sure who it was, but look at this 6 of Raymond.
That is a weird incident for John Bawalda Jr. He just lost it all by himself, it looks like, and I want to see if we can't get another look at that one, because I don't know. That's...
As you see Thompson there, gonna get in the back of Hernandez. Looks like we're going 3 wide.
Bump and run!
Oh, Hernandez gets in it too. There we go. Turn 2.
Oh, and we're collecting more as the 97 left with nowhere to go. Same with the 77 as well, and came to a stop on the racetrack, and we're still wrecking.
I knew that wasn't going to work. They were just so close together.
We're still wrecking. Hernandez cannot catch a break. He's just wrecked, I think, 3 times in the span of 1 lap.
I don't know what to say there. It's just that...
Make the move. Hip checks the Ray Brig. Number 90 Toyota sends Wilder into the hard work outside wall, but hang on. It's not done as he gets collected by a massive chunk of drivers. And... oh, the 44, I think, just got unsighted. And then Thomas Lane Jr. just, I feel so bad for Patrick on that one. He did not deserve that at all. John Bawalda Jr., as he was a bit further behind this man. See one truck already spinning out, and I think that might have been the 20 that got spun round. And right there, you see the 51 climb up and over the 89 of Malone into the bus stop chicane, and... oh, he just lost the back end and got caught in the barrier. And this is even right now. This is literally seconds ago. This is Robert Jordan on lap number 2. Locked the rears down into turn 1. Spun the canvas Chevy Silverado around through that opening corner. Michael Mayu was into turn 7. Loops the back end and finds the tire barriers. Driver's left. That's a tough hit. Jordan. Oh, gets collected by the 62, I think, there. Coming back onto the racetrack and spins it around in the carousel. Happened then to Rodriguez. Truck already way loose and gonna fully lose it right in the carousel. And I'll back it up. I think just opts to take the tow from there after, connects with the outside wall. Yeah, you heard it right there. Spun the wheels, and that's about the 3rd time that truck's found the inside tire barriers. But it's happened. Listen in. Yep, spun up the rears, locks it down. Fine job to keep it out of the barriers. That could have been locks the rears. Yep, locks the rears. You could hear the wheels chattering with the wheel hop there as he chased that truck all the way to turn 1, but that would be after this one, and it actually took the tow to the pits. Oh, loops it again. Finds the barriers. And I think that was going to be game over for the... Same deal. Too hot in, locks the rears up, and so we'll get a look at Jacob Malone. Whoa, ho, ho, hello. Really working that machine and trying to hang on to it all the way down the back straightaway, and eventually gets it sorted, only to go straight on through the bus stop chicane. And This time up through turn 4, clips the wall, rebounds back hard into the left side barrier, or right side barriers, back into the left side, and then all tracks too wide, and clips the grass just barely. Left side of the track, and loops it around. Watching Selena Thompson at the moment. I think this might have happened a little bit in front of her, though. Oh, the 77 gets up to the outside wall, fires down to the Thompson, and was on from there. A mile left with nowhere to go. You saw Bill English took a bit of a hefty whack as well. Big slide down and towards turn number 3. There you see Selena Thompson get turned by the 72, and around goes English. And backs that truck again into the inside wall. And Toyota Tundra run down into turn 1. Yeah, locks the rears. Just went in with too much speed. That's a good job, though, keeping that truck out of the outside wall. I'll give him credit for that.
Yeah, now Timmy Reed's gonna have to stop. Oh, he clipped him. Clips the 52.
And now Timmy Reed too. I feel like I just gave him the commentary.
Spun the tires and then just got run over.
Oh yeah.
Gonna get a ride on board here with Michael Mayu throughout that mess, as we'll see what he saw. Smoke. All of a sudden, oh no, there's a driver. Yeah, no chance Michael Mayu had to get around that mess.
3rd place Colt, 4th place Julia, and 5th place
Whoa,
Patrick Hernandez.
Hello, we're gonna have a wreck here. There it is.
Bill
English gets dumped while being lapped by Colt Blaskowski. Wow. That was a new level of clumsy.
Maybe got loose.
Yep. Oh, chased it up and just slammed. We're fighting now for 9th, so bit of help. Nope, spun the rears up on corner exit and just looped it by himself and
loose.
And I think loops the back end here in a 1. And
Lachlan nowhere to go.
Same for Blaskowski. Blaskowski fresh out of pit road, right behind, sent in for the inside. Dale Ramsey also right behind. Rapp tries to go 3 wide up the middle, tags the 72, spins it up. That's not a bad wreck though. Round 3 and 4. I think spins up with the back tires onto the exit. Yep. Loops it around, and this time finds the inside wall. Has he looped it on the exit of turn 2? Oh, he has. And he's found the inside wall, and that's not a caution because nobody else.
Or she just sent it in too deep. Let's see what happens here.
Yep.
And,
overcorrected
it once again.
And up into the outside wall. It's getting dicey, though, as we rocket our way back down the first straightaway. Hernandez loses it. He's going to throw it away into turn 1. And that's going to do it for Patrick Hernandez. Cautions out again, and he throws away a race lead into turn 1.
Hey, guys, he literally clipped Raymond there.
So that's what happened originally. Chris Gore and Robert Amaro went around. Now, how this is not a caution is beyond me. No, that should have been the yellow flag right there. Off of a turn, number 4 slammed into the inside wall. And that's why we saw Thomas Jr. lose out so much time all of a sudden. In the bed on this one. Slides it around, and just like he did near the start of the race, but this time did get into the outside wall a little bit. Money on that one this time around as, there it is. Just
came around on him.
We dive it in for turn number 1, a bump and run, and it's trouble. Look out, Baloo going around, and that's going to be trouble. A roadblock off of turn 4, the 72. This one is the 99 truck pushing up. You see the 22 low on the bottom of the 99. Tracks up, and has he got the darn stripe? He has. Slams up at the outside wall. That's what scrambled tomorrow low. And he's gone up, and he's tagged the wall himself. Rebounded down in the Jernigan, and that sent it back up into the outside wall. Did a good job to keep it up into the wall, though, and off of Michael Mayo. He now sits. We got to look on this one here, as this is the move down into turn number 1. Just drifts up. Right there's the contact and puts Allen up to the outside wall. But again, no caution. Nobody went around. We'll stay about a lap before he entered pit roads. I'm going to bet that's something to do with whatever we're going to see here. Got into the outside wall, and that's what scraped up the right side of that number 18 Silverado. Oh, contact! Into the outside wall, right in front of the race leader! Caution is out. Raymond manages to avoid it. Got another truck wrecking down to the background. That's Alan Isaac. Slides to the inside. Low. His little moment here down the back straightaway. Saw lost the back end. Slaps the inside wall. That's all well and good. The caution came out, though, on the yellow flag here in this deal. It was Chris Gore and Michael Mayu. Entangling together along with John Walden Jr. Right there, you saw Gore gets turned down the inside lane. He takes Thomas Lane Jr. and Michael Mayu with him, and then right in the background there you see Malone getting kicked up and over. And somebody else kind of sliding in there. See what this looked like from the number 54 Toyota Tundra. My gosh, that is one hell of a view out the windshield. Just backs it down and just gonna wait for them to get rolling in front of him. But 44 gets into the outside wall, causes a stack of effect, and it's on from there. You see the 28 going around, backs it into the inside wall. He collects the outside wall, and oh, it just got loose again and gets hooked by the 89 truck way down to the bottom. Oh, this time he hooks up with the 28 and slides way to the inside, and there was a few drivers that Dale Rapp. Oh, loops the back end. Oh, yo, look at that. What a save from the number 72 of Chris Gore. Get a ride on board. Take a look at this. Oh, less than a sheet of paper's width between the 72 truck and that outside wall. Yes, our replay. This is how it happened. Laskowski trying to go for the outside move. Oh, just gets into the Mopar Chevy. Spins it around. As he just got loose on the exit of turn 4. And wow, what a save for Amaro down into the infield. It's all by himself as well. That bump in turn 4. Oh, no, he had some help, I think. Colt Laskowski, it looks like. Getting into the back end of the 72 truck. Happened as Chris Vamistrik is coming down pit road. Chris Gore right behind. A lot of scrambling, and oh, he got hit. John Walden Jr. getting in to the 0-2, and Chris Gore as well. We saw getting spun around. So there's a lot that ended up happening with that deal. Here's it's gonna be with Chris Gore. Now, did Gore also get hit? Oh, he did. He got hooked. So the Walden ran a few drivers over. Coming down into pit road, and then you had other drivers. Brad Slago off the corner. Oh, he got rear-ended by his teammate. Rod Marlin, nothing to do with that one. Slago got taken out by his own teammate. Was that Christopher Howell? I think it may have been. Oh my gosh, whoa, and yeah. Right there, somebody else went around. Only just avoided the main incident. And then we had this whole mess go down here. Oh, we got into Howell. How's that for a save? Got right in the power when it counted. And then this is what happened to Casey Ellis and Chris Vamistrik. Oh, they got turned by Danny Paulus Jr. So we had another wreck on the back straightaway around the same time. And you see Vamistrik slides in. Oh my, there's so much that happened on this lap. I think Vamistrik got hooked by Chris Gore, and he did. Good gravy. Okay, so we're gonna really back this up now. So that's what went wrong for the 0-2. Tries to clear himself across the nose of Robert Amaro, doesn't work. Spins it around, keeps it off the inside wall. It was Raymond that went up on his side. Crashes back down to earth, and on board with the number 6. Wild sight to see as he goes for a like absolute calamity down to the tail of the field. Look out, Paulus Jr. rebounds up into Mike Allen, and they're going to spin to the inside, and no caution. We keep it green. And up the road. Right there, the 13 checks up, gets into Dale Rapp. And that's what causes a huge, almighty stack-up effect, as we had several drivers ended up going around because of that, but nobody fully spun. It's a tough way for that to go down, as we look back and, yeah, hooked up with RJ Buchanan, and that sent the 7 hard into the outside wall, and spun it way up and back down to the bottom. This is the wreck that happened, coming to the checkered flag, as everybody stacked up and collided and wrecked big time. Coming to the start finish. As a whole host of drivers end up collected at the end of what was an absolutely wild night of racing. See, Van Maastricht was involved, as were several others, as we slide trucks across the start finish line. Oh, he's just lost the back end himself, and oh my gosh, I think Brady Wildman just able to get around that. Aaron Raymond spins that truck around. Did a good job there to keep that thing off the inside wall, and it could have been a lot worse. Time by. Oh, just lost the back end again for Raymond. This time could not keep it off the racetrack. Tried though. Again though, good job on recovering that truck. Kept it out of the inside wall. Did he? Oh no, he had some help. Aaron Raymond pushed him around. One more look at this one here before we go back to live pictures, as you'll see the hit. Bang! Into the outside wall, and that's going to understandably end the 91 truck's night. Meanwhile, we're seeing guys like Chris Gore trying to struggle here to keep on with spots. Oh, into the outside wall! Gonna go the likes of Chris Gore. Slams into that high wall. He's able to keep it off of Bill English, though. But it's back sorted. I think similar... Oh, hello. Where was... Did he get lost? I think Rapp might have just gotten lost on this deal. Oh, he did. He tried. Okay, so there's a... As many know, there is an infield road course here. That road he just went down is the final corner of the road course layout here. This one. They make contact off of turn 4. Gore slides way to the inside, but what a good job to get that car wrestled back underneath, and here's a look on board. Working the wheels left and right, able to bring that. Has he nicked the outside wall? I believe he may have. He has. Side slaps the outside wall, works that truck to the bottom, and Joshua Jernigan can thank his lucky stars for a bit easier. Coming around through 3 and 4. He's coming in for pit road from a long way up. Oh, just loops the back end and clipped the Toyota signage on the inside of the racetrack, but kept it going. All by himself. He's just lost the back end, it looks like. Slide it down, and oh, he's nailed the pit attenuator right on pit entry. And that has spun him right back to the middle of the track. Out here for Phillip Isaac. It was Casey Ellis that tags the outside wall. That stacks up a wall, and that's a huge hit into the outside wall. Good grief, that was violent. For Casey Ellis in particular, who slammed the outside barrier right there. Holy cow. I cannot understate how heavy of a hit that is, and it makes me very grateful.
He's got a little bit of a gap in front of him. Do we see this start to fire off up here? Oh, one car around and just a stack up as it goes. The baby blue machine, the one. Ooh, and catching the apron there was Ellis. That was almost self-inflicted. He's starting to drift away there from Jernigan coming through the corner. Oh, no, it was the 44 there. That's Alan Isaac who lost it just a little bit and made contact with the 22. Watching here on that number 60. Now that's Mike Allen, the 86 down to the inside. Oh, just a miscommunication there, and that's what puts the 86 under the wall of the 22. Unfortunately, a hapless passenger there into all of that.
You can see Mike Allen right behind him, and oh, he got run over on corner exit, and that's what sent him face first into that inside wall, as Mike Allen just didn't leave him with a whole lot of mercy on that deal. Front straightaway here. Has he hit the outside wall? He has, and that's what has sent him hard into the inside wall. A heavy, heavy hit for Alan Isaac, but self-inflicted. We'll check one more time on Robert Amaro here. 3 wide up the road. Casey Ellis gets around him on the top side, and self-inflicted again. Clipped the apron.
And you've got to be very careful about that if you're trying to roll that low line around here. Now, using the 8, he had another problem.
Exiting pit road, loops it, hits the inside wall. At that point, he just called it quits, took the toe. It's right behind Dill Rapp. This is for position. Slago shoots for the bottom. Oh, contact and a heavy hit to the outside wall. And then let me guess, Chris Gore, yeah, nowhere to go.
Nowhere to go there for Gore. You got to feel a little, you may not have all the control of the understeer coming off of the corner. And yeah, here you go. Look at that full steering lock, trying to get out of it as much as possible.
We'll start first with Brad Slago. He's right behind the 74, and the 74 checked up. He checked up too much, and that's what sent him to the inside wall. Not a lot of damage, though, and thanks to this caution, stays on the lead lap. So that caution, a lifesaver for the 052. Meanwhile, Bobby Blowers coming around, turn numbers 1 and 2. He didn't hit, Big English didn't hit the wall. He came off of the wall, though.
Yeah. Yeah, I misread that one a little bit. In the moment, it looked like that he made contact with the wall, but I clearly didn't have to zoom in that you did to be able to check that there.
I thought you did too.
That clearly, he just came off of the wall. I think he may have scared himself a little bit coming into close proximity with that outside wall, and that's what broke.
Flag here, but we'll be able to at least get a look and see what happened. Just stacking it up and got run over by Joshua Jernigan.
Yeah, got run over, and I think that's some good heads up there from the 60 of Allen, kind of.
Whoa, hang on! Brad Slago way into the infield grass. He's going to get himself sorted back up onto the racetrack, but he's going to spin it again down to the inside, sliding into the infield and right down almost to pit road. Slago just going to keep it out of the lane. He'll spin it all the way around. No yellow flag. We will keep it green. Brennan Gregg tries to make it in. I think... friendly fire! Grant Peterson runs over Ryan Dingler entering pit road. Pillar gets a little bit loose, and you saw Holiday was in the same boat, so luckily they didn't hit the wall. They just had a bit of a moment coming off the final corner. Turn number 4 again, breaking the back of the number 50 around. Locks all 4 tires up, slides the infield, no harm, no foul. He'll get things back rolling. Flight number 1 is understand that was not caught in the stream, so Matt Cherry comes off the wall after avoiding John Walden Jr. That's what sent Gore sliding in the high-speed slide down to the pit road. Did an amazing job, though, keep that off the inside wall. And this will happen to Patrick Schamberger to put us under caution flag number 1.
And you can see just a little bit of that close running that we were talking about. Schamberger probably just feeling a little bit of nerves here at this point in the race, and that's what sent him around and brought out the caution flag here again. That first incident you saw because Buchanan came down, or because the 72 came down into pit lane for Chris Gore, did not bring out the yellow. However, Schamberger did on that last one. Point Nolan, if that extends up to about 1.2, 1.3 seconds, that's draft loss. We've got a yellow.
Robert Amaro spinning down. He'll slam into the inside pit wall, and he's not the only one, as Greg Pillar also body slams the outside wall. That's caution flag number 2. The lead, jumping around in turn numbers 1 and 2. Somebody tell these folks we still got 70 laps left. Freeman hard into the wall, and that's got major championship implications as the field scrambles to the back straightaway. Somehow, everybody gets around them.
That to work out right, finding a good dancing partner. Simmons has got to watch out a little bit. The car's going to run up the track. Contact!
Down into the infield grass. Caution number 4. And Dylan Simmons will take that one down. It'll be our 4th yellow flag of the night. And again, great drive from this field. Did not have...
Turn 2, and it started to wash up the track a little bit. Yep, that's exactly what happened. Yeah, it was Buchanan that did it, not Rapp.
Yeah, and Rapp didn't even have anything to do with that. It looked like that was actually Ryan McRoberts that had a helping hand at all of that. So we'll jump back one more time. We'll get a better look at all of this, as this again coming on down in towards turn numbers Turn numbers 1 and 2. You can see Ryan McRoberts right behind. He's another newer driver, just started racing a couple weeks ago. And he tries for an outside move, got into Buchanan a bit there, and then, yeah, Buchanan just came up the track.
Yeah, I think Buchanan in that situation needed to maybe throttle down a little bit. He may have been slightly out of control. I'd actually be interested to see an on board there with Buchanan to see.
Powell up the road, looking sure to push him towards the front of this field. Look out, huge crash, hard to the outside wall. Jordan involved, the 51's involved as well, sliding down the racetrack, and that's going to almost send Rapp and Pillar around.
A run like that, for them to be able to do that, absolutely crazy that everybody was able to avoid.
Yeah, that's just Pillar trying to go up to make the corner, then the 60 is what finished him off. And I don't think, credit to Mike Allen, I don't think there was a whole lot he could do throughout all of that mess. The tire marks on the racetrack after the fact. So he's coming to the pit road here, and oh, he locked the back wheels.
Yep, that's exactly what it is. He just came in too hot, applied the brake a little bit too much, and corners is not made equal. You want to push down the straightaways. You do not want it through the corner contact, and there's the spin.
And that's a yellow flag. So all of a sudden, the top two battlers close right in, and Aaron Raymond dumped out of the fray. This is absolutely critical now.
Corner, yeah, he just didn't anticipate it. Did not anticipate Raymond being a little bit slower there.
And that sent Blue into the outside wall. Cherry to the inside. Raymond also. Numbers 3 and 4. It all got a bit messy up at the front. Cherry got turned hard to the outside wall. McRoberts got collected, and as this field was caught scrambling across the start-finish line in what was a huge wreck. And they're able to just make it around and back. But for Mike Allen, he doesn't have anybody close to him. And yeah, he's just picked up the throttle, and he'll spin the number 48 truck around, and I'll send him down to the inside line. Further down to the pack, got one at the outside wall. It's still in the top end, and that's going to send Ryan McRoberts around. Entering turn number 1, they're going to scrape the outside wall. Caution is out again on an early run, and oh, he did. He got help from Julian Ballou. That sent him up in Elkins. Spins it around, and he got nailed by Robin Amaro. To 60, have they made contact? Yes, they have. Cherry gets in Allen off the final corner, and oh man, just nowhere for the 429 to go of Paul Witt. And down to the field, I know Brendan Gregg didn't get going. Big stack up, and whoa, there it is, Thomas Lane Jr. Punted around, entering turn number brutal. It is ruthless. And it's going to punish John Buwalda Jr. Spins it round. Caution is out, and looks to be a self-spin off of turn number 4. As Amaro got sent by John Buwalda Jr., and Aaron Raymond just barely got nicked and was sent spinning up and strikes the outside wall. Goes Julian Ballou chasing for the inside, not able to get there. Can he just get the nose in? Oh, he does. It's close, and it's contact, and around goes Pillar hard into the outside wall. Cautions out again. He's going to get nailed by Mike Allen. Aaron Raymond scrambles behind. Dingler working to the inside, and it's going to be a run for 4th. Look out, Rapp going around. We're going to bottle him up in turn number 4. It's the big one at the Martinsville Speedway, and everybody's in it. A restart violation down to the pit road, and there it is. Ballou going around, hooked hard into the inside wall. Yellow is out. No, there wasn't. Loops the back end, and he does tag the outside wall. Dingler walking out of gap, contact, and that's going to kick the back end of Elkins out, as well as Cherry gets crossed up behind to make contact, and now Elkins going to spin down into turn number 3, and it all falls apart for the rookie driver. The interviewer's curse will strike. He's able to get himself sorted. He won't even lose the top 10. 3 and 4. And had a bit of help from Christopher Howell. Dale Rapp got punted in by Mike Allen. Stacking up. There's Thompson going around, and oh, Raymond's just lost it, coming off a tilt by clipping the curb. Lane had a jam on the bind. There's the 15, had to do the same, and allow Elkins to maintain that run up in 3rd and 4th. And now Howell takes the advantage. He swings through, and he dumps himself. Christopher Howell will spin it around. Got too greedy. They caused the yellow flag. Bawalda. Oh, he's even tipped. Hit once by Thompson and loops the back end. And well, Amaro certainly got hit, and he drove it right down. Find his way to the inside of his teammate Matt Cherry. Cherry going to put it 3 wide. Up the middle of Thomas Lane Jr. Dingler going to follow suit as Lane slipping way back on the restart. And now Dingler is going to get hip checked. Dingler spins it around into the outside wall, and yellow is out. Numbers 3 and 4, watch Allen just go straight. And poor Brad Slagle, nowhere to go. Nope, loops the back end, spins around, and gets up on the curbing, but not gonna bring out a yellow. Whoa, we might have yellow here though, as Elkins gets turned into turn number 1. Elkins spins it, keeps on going. Working out the final. Oh, it was Thompson that got loose. And that is what sent Elkins around into turn number 1 and slides it up, tags the wall. Just picked up the throttle too eagerly, overcorrected. Shot the truck sideways, and Selena Thompson in the 61 just able to get around it. And there it is. More contact. Mike Allen getting into Thompson. Amaro spinning around. That's going to be the yellow. And that's number 18. Slagle sent it in deep. And the 429 trying to pinch him in. Hooks him off of turn number 4. Body slams into the inside wall. And Thompson gets hooked along with Moore. As we get a look from the air. There you see everybody going around. A hard hit for Holiday in the outside wall. See Selena Thompson got spun around. One final look. As they work to the back straightaway. And there you see hard into the outside wall. There's Thompson getting hooked. I believe that was Pillar that took a hefty shot into the outside barrier as well. A bit of a jump on the restart. Thomas Lane Jr. doesn't go. Witt slams into the inside wall. And Holiday just got taken out of that opening corner as well. Coming to the white flag, Pillar got sideways. He got tipped up into Bawalda, and it was chaos from there. Here's what happened to the number 34. Oh, he did get hooked by the 9, head on into the outside wall, and saw Amaro getting caught up in that as well. Numbers 3 and 4, you mentioned it perfectly. Julian Ballou shot to the inside, tags the 052, spins him up and around, and oh boy, the 429 of Paul Witt just able to find his way through that mess. And here's what happened to John Bawalda Jr. Just lost it off of turn 4, potentially on cold tires there.
Said to keep an eye on the driver that started off in P2. Well, he is back up into the podium positions, and he is charging forward.
Trouble! Mike Allen sideways off of turn 4. Amaro's collected as well, and it's the big one off of turn number 4. At least 4 trucks collected and now stopped against the inside fence. Just to this fight instead of trying to get involved. But he tried to get involved. He will. Oh, and he's going to turn Paul Witt. Witt sideways into the outside wall off of turn number 2. Caution is out.
Oh, and that's got to be so frustrating there for Paul Witt, being side by side for so long over the course of this run. Down into the corner. Looks like that car just let go.
I think cold tires is a pretty fair guess at this point, because how many laps now have we run into caution in the last?
Shades of Roberto Guerrero there. I'm not entirely sure what happened.
Oh, he just.
That's got to be a hardware failure. That is
so.
what that reeks of to me.
All by himself. Oh, potentially contact. Oh, it was. Got into it with the 43, one of the rookies, and spun that truck around to the outside wall. That's that.
A little bit stacked up there, moving out of the way. Oh, well, I think that was a miscommunication off of the green.
What happened? You can see Baxter moves up high. I think he's trying to let these guys through to avoid giving the penalty. Maybe he had to drop to the end of the line penalty. And whoa! Is that a misshift potentially?
It's either a misshift or potentially some wheel spin from that car in front, the rear, without needing that fresh set of tires. But here is what happened to Allen.
Well, this has been earlier, and he got drilled by Peter Baxter there, and that's what brought the caution out, but you already saw him way slow on the racetrack, so we'll back this up a little bit further here. Watch from this point on. This is about 2 or 3 laps before the actual yellow flag came out. And it's, whoa, right there, Selena Thompson got loose and sent Allen hard at the inside wall. That's what gave him the damage. Counted that right?
I think that should be about right. Ooh, a little bit of argy-bargy there.
Yeah, Blowers, the one that really kicked all of this off, and poor Mike Allen just didn't have anywhere to go. He had nothing to do with that mess.
Yeah, really, absolutely nowhere to go. Kind of just pushed around there, and I hate that there for him. That's rough. 29 here, just catching a little bit of a bad break.
Just lost back end, coming off of turn number 2, slid it around, and I'll give him credit. It could have been a lot worse. That car almost went for second. We're 3 wide behind. Raymond trying to keep Bobby Blowers out, and he's going to get dumped in the dogleg.
Oh, and this is exactly the kind of championship mishap that we do not need if you are Aaron Raymond. Big hit there.
That was Batol that careened into the side of him, was left with nowhere to go. Here, this is with the helmet cam as he's working his way through, sees the wreck developing up in front, starts to check up. He just didn't know where to go, and he tried to turn down to the last second and locked it up, and that's what the Hail Melon doesn't work here. He's going to try though anyway. On turn 40, he's going to turn Dingler to the outside wall. Oh, big crash! Right up and over.
Multiple cars involved, and I think Raymond may have picked up a little bit of damage there at the end as well. It's just a simulation. We're not having any of these drivers having to end up in the infield care center. Let's take a look. Oh, that was a nasty, nasty lick.
Credit to him, he never came to full stop. He kept that truck rolling. So this is going to be again from the air as this is working to the back straightaway as all of this kicks off, and right there, Rankin gets kicked up and over on a huge launch into the inside barrier, and then here you saw Raymond get involved and tag Bawalda.
A little bit more, seeing more and more of these yellows start to play out.
Just like it was actually almost a carbon copy instead of what we saw before. Selena Thompson trying to fight the outside and just ran out of road. Into the opening couple of corners. We'll get a look back on that in just a moment. Oh, look out! Rankin spins it around on the front straightaway. Caution is out.
Oh, caution is out here. That's going to bring yet another punch up for this field here.
You see everybody trying to anticipate that restart to get themselves going, and a big stack up, and Batol is hit from behind by one of the Havilly machines, and he spins down to the bottom. And Raymond sends it in deep. He's going to door the side of Thompson, and around they go into turn number 3 and sliding up to the outside wall. Caution's out for the first time. Heads up, watch out as Thompson's going to get nicked by Caleb McNeil. Will lose control in 1 and 2 all by himself, and heavy shot into the outside barrier. That is about as heavy of a hit as you can take. Back into the infield grass, just loops the back end, and will take the shortcut straight across the quad oval. Kind of jumping across the old legends over there on the infield as she'll work her way back up and around with is down all by her lonesome into turns 3 and 4. Oh, again, loops the back end, and heavy impact into the outside wall. The lead lap trucks being pushed by the lappers, and they're going to split them 4 wide in turns 1 and 2. What a move. Talk about synchronized splitting. Brady Powers getting caught off guard, and Raymond loses the back end. Slams the inside wall. The Goodwrench Silverado is junked, and that is championship critical. A huge mistake for Aaron Raymond. Could cost him an 80-plus point gap in the championship with just 5 races left to go after tonight. Powers will lead his first laps of the night. Oh, and look out as Blowers loops the back end of pit entry, backing it up, and that's going to stack up half the field trying to get into pit road. Coming around the front stretch out of the quad oval. Oh, yeah. Definitely contact as both trucks spun into the outside wall, and Allen coming to a slow stop. Powers to the inside. The 34 bounce on the bottom. Look out! And hard into the outside wall. Bob Bobby Blowers is taken out, and the caution is out. That puts us to overtime. They were 3 wide up the road. I think it was Blowers that hit the outside wall, and we'll try to get a better look at this one. You can see them all wrecking big time, and then Robert Amaro, hooked by Ellis, slams the inside barrier. It all started with Greg Pillar up the road. Watch Bobby Blowers taking it around the top side, and he's going to slam the outside wall here and rebounds right down, and that collects half the field. Coming to the final lap. Hefty hits, and then
Let's take a look at the replay here. That number 38 just got loose on his own, it looked like. The car wanted to step out at him, the truck rather wanted to step out at him, and was not able to save it before making headlong contact there into the safer barrier. That is the track here coming into turn 1. Ooh, that almost looks like a hardware failure potentially, as it just kind of speared off into the outside, or maybe he had a furry companion jump on his lap at the Simric there. I've seen that happen more than once. Now let's watch this again. Wheel just stays straight. Wheel just absolutely stays straight. Again, not sure if that was a hardware failure or exactly what that was, but definitely.
Sends it into 3 and 4, and started to over-rotate, and Robert Jordan just comes across, and he's going to back that one right into the tire barrier. The sand. He had help, or is this self-inflicted? Nope, that back end just came right around, and it's a pretty hefty whack into that inside barrier for Rapp as he brings out caution flag number 2. And, got into the side of Thomas Lane Jr. and spins the truck to the bottom. Track wide. Pilot tried to send it in, over-rotated, got tipped by Brad Slagle. Slagle came down, Rankin tried to push up, they slammed the outside wall, Rankin got kicked up on his side, Casey Ellis got involved, Dale Rapp took a big hit, Robert Amaro was in it. Is lonesome here, working down into turn 2. Whoa, way too aggressive into the second corner, and around he goes. Byler started to over-rotate, and Jordan just finished the job, and couple of big hits into the inside wall. Here, as, hard hit, and big shot into the outside wall. Trying to fend him off down on the inside line. It's such a tough ride. He's going to get into the side of Raymond, spinning around to the front stretch, and that's going to bring out the caution flag. Can he hang on to it? Look out as the field siphons through. A couple of drivers glance off. But Jerry goes from 0 to 0 as he'll fall to 11th. As he got into with Robert Jordan, spun him around. Jordan collected Dale Rapp, who collected Casey Ellis. And man, again, Ellis just left with absolutely. Bualda gets in a pillar, spins Ellis around, and trouble getting it turned in, and then had too much trouble turning it too much. Loops it by himself, spins it to the bottom, brings out the caution flag. Clips the wall, loops it out of 2. Pillar nowhere to go. Then Amaro locks it up, slams the inside wall as he was scrambling to avoid. Yeah, Bualda just sent it in too hard and spun McRoberts around. This time, Casey Ellis fortunate enough to avoid. Dale Rapp not so much. This is Jordan first and foremost. Just over-rotates into turn 4, and but Bualda just nicked him, and he went face first into the outside barrier. And then Greg Pillar just having his own moment. He's right behind Bualda in all of this. Just came off the wall, and hard hit. As he's working the back stretch, has he had help? Yes, he has. Gets in a pillar, and Rapp slides it up, tags the wall, overcorrects. hard shot knocks Greg Pillar out of the race. Over rotates, over corrects once, twice. Kamaro squeaks through, Pillar spins it out, and oh, he tried to back it up in a pit road to not force a yellow. Tagged it again, and that sent him all the way around in turn 2. Woo! Getting off track. This is exiting pit road. Oh, just spun the wheels up and slid it off on the bottom, so long as he's not being hooked into the wall like Aaron Raymond is, as Raymond gets turned up into the outside wall. And that's going to bring out the caution flag for the first time tonight. Tail wrap again? That's the second time Raps got into Aaron Raymond now. Admittedly, this time he may have had help. Greg remaining loyal to Paul Witt. Witt's not really loyal to him. Look out, contact! Oh boy! Here we go. Big crash in turn numbers 3 and 4. Buwalda on his side, the big one, with 4 laps to go. And it's, well, Witt gets down fine. Greg did not, and that is what stacked up the entire field behind and gave us an almighty wreck that collected Christopher Howell, but the points leader, Aaron Raymond, escaped. He was then spinning by John Buwalda Jr. down into the infield. Tanked the inside wall, and then, of course, if you had that thriller on the final lap, this is number 4. Oh, unless Jordan gets turned, and Jordan does get turned. Big crash out of turn number 4, and Paul Witt will get the storybook ending, and he will take the checkered flag. Goes from hero to 0 and back to the penthouse for Paul Witt at Daytona. Come together, John Buwalda Jr. gets involved. Looking like it was just a lot of them as pretty much everybody else. Like the 37. Oh, I had it coming together in front of them between Emerald and Buwalda. Sent Trago hard into the wall. You saw side. Brady Powers on the bottom. Oh, and Powers loops it out at turn 4. Heel tag the inside wall. Watch Casey Ellis here, and Casey had some help. Nope, I stand corrected. Got loose and spun it around. Glance off the inside wall. And he's just going to loop back in, tags the inside wall. Selena Thompson there. Oh, yeah, back end comes about, and that's a hard shot. Oh, and Raymond just bobbled loose. Bobbled loose, truck came around on him, and around he goes, and then Paul Witt would have been completely there. Back end comes about. He's just going to loop it, and then watch top of your screen, Paul Witt. Oh, man, comes off the wall. What in the world happened there to Witt? Oh, a bit of help there, looked like, from Selena Thompson to send Slagle down into Christopher Howell. Loose all by himself. Oh, he got collected there by, oh, and Greg Pillar having a wild spin. Casey Ellis around Brad Slagle, self-spin? Yep, self-spin. Oh, actually got into the around lap 94, loops the back end. Was already loose out of 4 the last time by. Did a good job locking it down, though, and was able to drive away. Jordan was already loose out of 2, and back end just swings around on him. A bit of contact there for Howell, and then nowhere to go for Carson Batesall, who got shoved hard into that outside wall. What you see here is he's just going to swing around. There's Slagle, and you can tell Rapp did everything he could have done to try to avoid that. That is a big shame. kiss the inside wall, brings it to a stop, and about all-out raw pace. Oh, wrap going around in turn 2. Hang on to her. Stops on the bottom. No yellow flag yet. Oh, this time actually not without help. Drifted up into Trevor Trago, slid down and took a massive hit. Yeah, sure enough. And again, follows the tire track, spins it around, and no caution again. Oh, and so close together out of turn 4. Oh, and into the outside wall. Scott Rankin gets hooked. He'll slide down the racetrack, and we've got a multi-truck pileup, the big one in turn 1. There's the initial hit, and then just behind, here's everyone else just trying to slow up, and that's just a case of everybody running over each other. Slagle tanked that outside wall. Oh, no, he got into it with Carson Batol, so there was a completely, we'll get one final look, and we'll zoom this one out and watch as everybody will just come flying in. Then stage left, there you saw Emerald, Rapp, and more going around. Getting loose out of the final corner, just again, back end comes around on him. Little kiss with the front, but nothing. All the while, Brandon Gregg continues to wait to the wings. Look out, McRoberts around in the background, and he'll bring out the next caution. Pinch Raymond in, trying to go for the lead. On the backstretch, he's through. Raymond jumps in. Raymond hard into the inside wall, and the caution is out. Watch as everyone just wads it up. Paul Witt got dumped by one of the Wanted Goons drivers, and that just caused an almighty checkup into turn 1. And, oh, Scott Rankin that turned Paul Witt. Stacked up Jordan and Moore. It was a huge mess on the backstretch. You saw Scott Rankin and Moore being spun around in the background as well. But
into turn 1, he just got in a little hot, got a little pushed up, and he got right fendered right into that outside wall.
Nowhere for Greg Pillar in the number 90 to go as he got collected in all of this. And I'm not. Witt, has he had help from Robert Jordan behind? Oh, yes, he has. Bit of an accorded effect there. Sends Witt around, and right there you saw Rankin stack it up, and 89. It's a long pit road, isn't it, for such a... Oh, yeah, no kidding, right there. I wonder, because usually you enter pit road in second gear in these trucks. Do you think he maybe downshifted into first there?
Good move on the 35. I'm just playing, but got a little sideways coming out of the back straightaway. Looks like, I mean, it is a little tricky coming out of some of these turns, but I don't know exactly what happened there.
He just got loose all by himself. That's the middle. That was the middle of the straightaway too. I mean, it's not as if he had himself with any sort of major problem. And on board, entering pit road, caught up by Boalda's early braking, and I think he kept it out of there.
Down the front straightaway right here. Let's see what gets. Oh, the 89 gets turned sideways, gets that right fendered into that wall. Whoa! Wow, they got close in there.
So Casey Ellis ran over Ryan McRoberts. We got a look at what happened to the number 35 truck. Oh, there it is, bump and run number 2, and that turned into a smash and sprint, and Holiday, I think, lifted out to try to give the spot back. Didn't quite realize that Ellis was firing across the racetrack.
To him coming out of turn 4, that 90 truck of Greg Pillar coming down in, gets right fendered. And that whole front clip just comes off of him. Ooh, and the 89 truck collecting the wall as well. So we'll have to see if he's able to get that repaired.
Slago, balloon doors Trago as we work through turns 3 and 4. Look out, Bobby Blowers hard into the inside wall of the front straightaway. And that will not force a caution as he's so far down, it doesn't matter.